trying to fix the connections for the... Am I even live right now? Yeah, when I went under the desk, I just broke it. Oh, so I went under the desk, and that was the end of that. So right now, I don't even know if I'm live. I must be. But I don't see it. Oh, yep, there we are. Not the red wire. Yeah, I cut the wrong one. Cut the wrong one. But at least I got the desk camera working. So I got the desk camera working, but no face camera. So go figure. That's okay, right? You don't need to see me. You don't need to see me anyways. I can still do websites, and I can do the camera for the desk. So that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do that. Yeah. So I went under the desk, and apparently my Ethernet wire is not super well secured to the computer, and in trying to fix the webcam, I popped out the Ethernet. And then, of course, I also messed up the other webcam. Good grief. Good grief. I've only been doing this for however many years. Such tiny wires and the massive connectors. I know. I'm not going to power too much off of it. And it's 24 volts, so this would be okay. But yeah, you put some beefy connectors on here. Which, by the way, now I'm going to go ahead and say I love the way that these work. Being able to pull them out and like really wrench on them, really crank down on the screws is so nice compared to when the screw terminals are connected to the board and you twist on them real hard and you feel like you're going to break them off the board. Or in some cases, you might actually break them off the board. So I really love being able to pull them off and work on them. So that's what I'm going to do right here. So I pulled this one off. This is the port that has the RGB data on it. So there's plus, data, and ground. So we're just going to hook those up just like this. So plus is going to be on this one. Actually, I could probably stuff it in there a little more. All right, push that guy in there a little more. There we go. Okay, there's plus. And in this, for this connector, data is the green. It's always the middle. So don't be fooled by the green being ground and the white being data. In this case, this is definitely data. It's in the middle. The 12'd. This is the 12. And then actually it does kind of break it up nicely because we start talking about the An-Penta-Plus now. So it does kind of break it up nicely. Although obviously didn't mean to hang up on everybody. Sorry about that. All right, there we go. So that's nice and connected in there, super tight. So now I can plug that back in there and ready to go. So now this, we have here, one is the plus, and then the other two are the grounds. So let's power this up and see how this works, because the way that it works on the other one, you put the yellow and the white. The yellow and the white go to a different output. So yellow gets one output, white gets one output, and then, which is really just like a dimmer on the ground side, I think. And then this goes to the positive. So let's see what we can do here. Let's take, so that's L1, L1, L2, L2, L3, L4, L5. Let's see what this says. It's L1, L1. I wonder why that is. Quindor can tell us. What strip am I hooking up? They're both 24 volts. One of them is going to be your new strip. This is your new strip. Yeah, this is the new QuinLED strip. You see QuinLED logo there. All right, so that's the new QuinLED strip. So that's the RGBW. And then this is the one that you recommended to me. This is also a 24 volt, and it's just the 2 white LEDs. You notice that somebody didn't hit the like button. Okay, let's look at the An-Penta-Plus pinout. All right, L1 CW. So cool white and then warm white. Oh, are these, is the yellow for warm and the white for cool? Well, that would be nice. Double L1 and L2 is just for power injection. Gotcha. Okay, cool. So I definitely need one of these to be on number 1 and one of these to be on number 2. So I'm going to take out this one and this one and this one. And I'm going to use, because I have 2 white channels, I'm going to put one white channel. I'm going to put the cool white channel on LED 1. I don't know if that's really what the CW is meant for. Maybe it is. Maybe that's how it'll be oriented correctly when I do that. I had to do some switching around on the other one because I didn't do it that way. And I did, when I did this before, when I loaded up the An-Penta-Mini, you do got to do some tweaking, some configuring to get the colors and everything to work. And I'm sure that's in part because there's so many options for LED strips, for, like these analog strips. You can't just say, it's not like when it's pixels and you go, oh, this is WS28, 11 or 12, and it's the same. It's easy. All right, somebody subscribed. Thank you, Raspy. How you doing, dude? Thanks for being here. Not sure that counts. Crispin's like, no, that doesn't count. Going under the desk and accidentally pulling out the wire. That is the colors of the CCT. Okay, good. And then this one goes on the red. Got that. And then the orange. What's the orange connector for? The orange connector for here. What does that say? Is it just some more grounds? Oh, plus and minus. Okay, plus and minus, plus and minus. So there's positives and grounds on this. So maybe more, same kind of thing, more power injection sort of connections. All right, so we're gonna put, well, let's do this. We're gonna hook up the An-Penta. We don't have any lights hooked up yet, okay? And now we're gonna hook up the An-Penta-Plus to the power. Put it on 24 volts. Give it a second. Okay. All right, it's on 24 volts. All right, just got home from work. Oh, I'm sorry. Hate the holidays. People are awful. What do you do, Raspy? What do you do? It's the same no matter where at the holidays, I think, pretty much. I was just watching, did you guys see the Netflix show Carry On? About a guy, it's kind of a, diehard terrorist sort of a movie set in an airport at Christmas time. It's actually really good. I thought the ending could have been better. I was watching all the things. They did a really good job of like a bunch of twists and turns all through the movie. And then at the end, it was just kind of meh. Orange is for deciding the power for the digital output, either direct or buck converter. As you have it right now, digital won't receive power. Oh, really? Oh, so I have to also put the 24 volts into this? Oh, man, at the meat department at Safeway. Oh, man. Oh, so help me out here, Quindor. Let's look at it and see. So let's, what do you got over here? I'm looking at the lighting, the pinout guide here. Hey, Sorry, you're just on time, Marsh, for the second stream. Thanks are good enough. Yeah, tell me what I need to do here. Because I would have thought that would go through there unless you didn't want it to. But so this, I guess I should go to here and see what it says. Connect the digital red VCC wire to the buck in. So is this buck? Oh yeah, buck in, buck out. So I need to go from here. So I need to go from buck in to here. Connect the digital red VCC wire, that's this guy, to buck in, that's right here. Or he's typing furiously. In the meantime, we'll get this thing hooked up to find it. WLED here. Oh, do I have more than one WLED? No. Okay, good. Ooh, QuinLED AP. That must be it. So it must be QuinLED AP. Oh gosh. Is it a different password? No, it's the same, right? I hope. Uh-oh. Let's see. All right. Let's go to the index. Oh, did I do it backwards? WLED 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. It tells you how long it's been since I've had to put it in. Okay. All right, now we're in. Okay, we're gonna just go ahead and go to the Wi-Fi settings so I can pull it up on the screen here. All right. And then we should see it pop up in the app, the WLED native app. And it might just be this one. I don't know how to tell. Yeah. Yep, that's it. All right. So you've got one. This is the output here. Well, let's pull it up now that I know that I got it. Let's find the IP address. It was 242. 242. Okay. This is actually easier when my face is not on the screen. All right. So now here we've got the preferences. So under preferences, we have one of them that's going to be using GPIO 2 and 4. And if we go back to the pinout here, An-Penta-Plus. Pinout guide. People looking for all the 12 streams, all will show up in the 12 streams playlist on my channel or DrZz's channel. Thank you so much, Sir Good Enough. Okay, so... Oh, so it's 4 and 5. So the ones I'm actually going to use... I said I was going to use 1 and 2. Wait a second. I'm going to use L1 and L2. GPIO 32 and 33. Okay. This is fun. This says is this a typo, Quindor? LED2 PWM, LED2 PWM. This should be 1, 2, 3, and then 4 and 5. Oh no. You got it right here. Use is just different. Okay. Oh, LED3 RGB. Oh, if you were going to do, okay, I see. So this is if you're doing an analog RGB strip. Okay, then you would use those 3. I mean, this is just the default, right? You can change it not 100 ways, but you can change it a dozen ways. All right. So I'm going to do, but I am using 1 and 2. So I'm going to change the pins to 32 and 33. Oh, GPIO is 2, 4, 32 and 33. Okay, so maybe it's fine the way it is. Custom. Oh, it's if I wanted to, because if I want to use the auto brightness dimmer. We'll just put it in as, and we'll leave it like that so it doesn't get them too bright. That's fine. All right, let's go then, and I guess we're gonna have to hook it up. We'll have to hook it up. Hold on. Hybrid analog digitally addressable function. Buck converter option. Yeah, let's read about this. Has a function where it can take incoming power using an external buck converter, convert it to a different voltage to connect different voltage addressable. Oh, I see what you're doing. Yes. Oh, I understand now. I got it. I totally get it. Did you get that? I got it. I got it. Okay. What he's doing is this is so that you can go with whatever's coming in here, can go, it says out from this into a buck converter, and then from the buck converter back into here, and then it'll come out this side. So let's just monkey with this for a second so we know what we're getting into here. So from this is the buck converter inside. It says in, meaning this would go into the buck converter. So this should give us 24 volts. Oh, I'm at 20. This should give us 24 volts. 17? That's just because my connection wasn't good. Come on, yo. Hey. What happened? What did I do? Short it? First, let's do it here. Okay. Oh, you can't see it. All right, so there's 24. So now from the buck converter side, here, let's plug this in to make it easy to do. We should get 24 volts here. Yes, there they are. Okay, great. And then we'll get nothing here but what we will get, if we were to go to continuity, the positive here, which would be what the buck converter is putting back into the An-Penta, the buck converter and this are going to be in continuity. Yes. And the same with the ground on this side and this. I totally get it. Not surprising. Quindor's a genius. Thinks of everything. All I had to do was see this picture, and I figured out what he was doing. right? Because he's got a buck converter there on top. So he's taking the 24 volts that are, or whatever voltage is going into this device, sending some of it to the buck converter, and then the output from the buck converter is coming back into the An-Penta-Plus, but it's just being sent to the output of the digital side. So genius. Genius. Okay. Now we may carry on. But in my case, because we're going from here to, well, because these are 24 volt LEDs, I can just run a jumper from there to there. Or I can just take this and put it right there, right? I can just do that. Do I have to do the ground then too? Or all the grounds in continuity? Probably they all are. Yeah, so the ground is fine. We don't have to move the ground, but we do just need to move this over here. And that'll work. Now that's going to be 24 volts. This only is going to work because I have 24 volt RGB LEDs. In most cases, you're going to need that to change from 24 or 48 or something else that you're going on the input side to 12 or 5 or something on the output side for most of your colored LEDs, most of your digital LEDs. For now, I think digital LEDs, 24 volt digital LEDs are coming. Okay, I think we're good, dudes. I think we're good. All right, let's take, we're going to put this one now here. And we're going to put this one now over here. And then maybe, let's go to the control up here. Make sure we're not turned on. Okay, so it's already, is it on? Yep, it's on. Let's turn it off. Okay. That way it doesn't just go bright right on us right away. Okay, now it's plugged in. Now we go here and let's turn the brightness way down. A white channel. Yep, there they go. Okay. And then we can do the white balance. Yep. And we got it connected correctly. So, the yellow here being on L2 is the warm white, and that's what you're seeing. You can't tell probably very well, but I can. That's the warm. And then if we go over here, on the other end of the spectrum, over here, it correctly changes it to do that. Yeah, you need to use the white slider. So this brightness slider, well, it does now. This one works to turn the whole thing up and down. But this is how much white, and then this one doesn't matter because that's the colored one. All right, cool. So we're going to do that like that. So that's not going to get too hot, but now we know we've got the white strip working. Great. And then we're going to plug in. Oh, the other one was already on. Oh, it's because this was on. Let's do this. Now this is going to have to be, we're going to have to change the, which type of LED it shows up as here, right? Here, let's get some loops in the screen. Okay. So when we turn this on, those are going to turn on, but they're wrong. Yeah, they're wrong. So we're going to have to go in here. And then who remembers, besides Quindor, although he can help us, who remembers what we put in Quindor's new lights as? Are they SK6812 RGBW? Is that what we put them in as? Don't remember, but we're going to try that. Nope. Oh, maybe. They're just different. Oh, gosh. Turn down the brightness. So they're not, so green, let's see, blue is red, green is white, and red is green. All right. So we'll go back in here, LED preferences. So blue was red. Blue was red. Green was white. Swap white and green. And then this. Okay, I think that'll do it. Oh, you couldn't see that. Dang it. It's doing so good. Here, this is what I changed. I changed white to green, changed this to GBR. I don't know if that's right or not. I don't remember. That was like a week ago. 14 BRG. Oh, I got it wrong. BGR. Okay. All right. Chat is my friend. It's just delayed. Okay. Now we're going to power them on. And now we've got colors. There's green. There's blue. There's red. And there are effects. Man, those LEDs, those strips are so good, Quindor. Those are so good. Mesmerizing. Okay, so we got that. And then our other segment. So we got to control our other segment separately. So segment 1 is this segment 1 is the RGBs. Segment 0 is our analogs. But that's got to be controlled here. Yep. Ooh. Oh, because it's on like a different, needs to be on solid. Yep, there we go. Okay. Now, with our segments, we can control. So this is the analog segment, the analog strip. Is that what the intention is, Quindor? You separate them by the segments? That would make sense. And then we can, yeah, you could see the temperature color change there. That works. You can definitely see them dimming and getting brighter without messing with what the digital one is doing. Turn them off and turn them on. Both off, both on. Okay, this is fun. All right. Sweet. Man, these are crazy bright. Sorry, I just keep playing with them. All right. And then we're going to turn the white channel. The white channel went off for some reason. Why is my white channel off? Uh-oh. Yeah, victory, except now my white channel's off. We'll call it a victory for now. Why did my white channel go off? I hypnotized myself. Oh man, it's so true. So true. Okay, so let's uncheck that. And then why is this segment's not doing its business? Huh. Okay. Oh, it's because it's supposed to be on solid. I can't. That's why. Okay, I think what I was doing, so I was messing around with this, trying to get the white channel to come back on because it wasn't on. But the reason it wasn't on was because I had it set. I had my segment selected, and I picked a something down here. And in this case, it did come on, but that one was, what was it doing? Chase Rainbow? Yeah, Chase Rainbow, it just doesn't come on. So when I pick Chase Rainbow, this just goes off. So I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people that are going to need some, they're going to have to do some figuring out. But I don't think anybody's buying this that is not comfortable with figuring stuff out. But that is one segment or one effect that doesn't work. If you go look onto the LED, focus on the LED, become the LED. But some of these do work. So if I go to like colorful, nope, it didn't work for a second. If I go to color loop, it works. So color loop does work. Yeah, and even the temperature change works. But overall, I think it's just going to have to be, you're just going to have to be careful about managing your segments, when you're making changes. So if I go to solid, put them both on solid, and then I unclick my RGB white segment, and then I make changes like that to my white segment will still work. Now I'm going to undo that and do that. And then my white segment will work like it's supposed to. All right, there we go. Okay, fun times. Now, how many of you guys use the buttons and stuff in this in WLED? First of all, which one are we on? 15 beta 7. Okay. Because when it comes to doing the button stuff, I want this to work. What are the defaults? If we just hook up a default button to GPIO, oops, I'm back on here. If we just hook up a default button, now I got to be careful because I shorted out my lights last time. You just stay put there, mister. Okay. Okay. So this is analog white. This obviously is RGB. Let's turn it down a little bit. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. That looks good. So now we're going to do, I want to go back to this and I want to set up some buttons real quick. I say real quick, like anything's going to be quick. So right here, these buttons. Okay. So he's got a ground. We've got a ground and a, when I look at the button connection options here, pull this guy off. I've got B1, B2, B3, ground, and 3 volts. Okay. And it says they are all pulled high. Button 1 through 3 pulled high. Okay. Now I'm going to take a button. I'm just going to undo my button from my other thing over here because all right, so I just have a plain old button. This is just a push button. It's not a toggler. It's just a push it and something happens. Momentary, right? Momentary button. So I'm sure that I need to connect it to ground on one side. So we're going to do that. Take one side to ground. And then we'll connect the other side to button 1 for right now. And I don't expect that we will see different differences. I wish this was on a, so if I was gonna change anything with WLED as far as this stuff goes, I would put these button assignments in the same place as the other button information, which is here, right? The button actions and the button assignments should be on the same page. We're not going to do an analog button, but that's what I did on the other one. We're going to just do it here. So, and the other thing is this says button 0, but I would bet, oh, wait, maybe button 0 is on the board. And this really is button 1, 2, and 3. Because button 0, well, let's go see what pin are the buttons connected to. We go here to LED preferences, 36, 39, and 34. And if we go to the pinouts, .36 is 1, 39 is 2. So that's confusing, right? To me, that's confusing because it's labeled on there, button 1, button 2, button 3. Here it's labeled button 1, button 2, button 3. But in the WLED settings, it's button 0, button 1, and button 2. So that's confusing. I can see how people would get messed up. But we're going to be connecting it to what is button 1. Sorry, button 1 on the An-Penta and button 0 according to WLED. All right, and we're going to see what happens. Okay, so if I just press it once, it goes off. Press it again, goes back on. Okay. What if I double press? I don't know. Let's go, let's see if there's anything changing. Sometimes you can see things changing in here in the settings when you double press. Looks like it's just registering as a 1 press because power is going off, power is coming on. Double press, still off, on. What if I long press? Ooh, long press moves. Okay, long press is moving the color. Look on the color wheel. You can see if I go to peak, you can probably see it even better. Start naming from 1, not 0. Yeah. Okay, so this is change. So long press is changing the color of the RGB. What is double press doing? Doesn't seem like double press is doing anything. Definitely not enough pink. So it looks like double press is just, maybe double press doesn't do anything. What does it say here? Double press NA. Push switch. So if I had this as a setting, if I had this as a preset, like if double press was next preset, if I had presets and double press was next preset, would that then give me what I want? What about, let's make another change here. Does the buttons have a debounce timer? I think Quindor has a debounce here. He does have a debounce in the preset, you know, the programming stuff. Maybe next, Jordy, send him some high power pink 50 watts. I want to know now if I can have a different button that would do something different. I can definitely turn these on and off. Very easy. That's great. That's number one, muy importante, right? And then if we, let's go up here and change this to, nope, that's this one. I'm gonna go here, we're gonna change this, we're gonna change them both to solid now. Okay, So now they're solid. So now if I press and hold, it will change the colored one to a different color. And it looks like it just randomly picks a color. So that's cool. That's a press and hold. And each time you press and hold, changes once and then it stops. So you got to re-press and hold again to get a different color. Okay. Okay. That's not changing the white balance at all. So that's all that's doing. Oh, that's just turned them off. And then a double click. Double click looks like it's just turning them on and turning them back off real fast. That's what it's doing. BitLooney streaming tomorrow? All right. So what can I do with a double press? Can I program in a double press? I think this push, short, long, double. Okay, yeah. Switch on to off, off to on, and then there's no such thing as a double on the switch. So the push is the one we're going with, the top one. Right now there's no double push. So if we had presets, let's say we had, so we're going to go with a preset here, and we'll just call it solid. Okay, and then we're going to unselect this one, unselect that one, and then we'll change it to chase. We'll change it to rainbow chase. Okay, and then we'll preset that one. And then we're going to change. We're going to just do a few of these just to test out the next preset button. I would like there to be a dimming. Oh, you could do different buttons and have different things happen. That's what we need. That's what we need. Then so you have an on-off button, but then you also have like a dim button, and then you also have like a preset button. Let's do. Where's my color winkles, man? Let's do color winkles. Ooh, they're going way too fast. Way too fast. Slow down there, Tiger. Oof, color winkles needs some help on this strip. Doesn't do color winkles so good. We'll do color waves. Okay, fine. We'll save it. Okay, save. Oh no, I did playlist. I shouldn't have done playlist. Delete. Should have done preset. So I have chase rainbow. I have solid. And then I need chase wave. That'll be enough. Bring, bring. Thank you. Ed Toomey. Thank you for subscribing, Ed. Did I decide it was chase? Do fire? Yeah, we'll do fire. Okay, so now we'll save that preset. Great. Yeah, color winkles. Color winkles doesn't. Let's look at color winkles. Watch. So this is fire, which the camera's not giving you real good fire, but it looks pretty good here. I'm sure with a nice diffuser it would look even better. Then we go to color winkles. It's just like too fast. It's like the fade speed is. Need to slow down the fade speed. They're just blinking. They need to fade. So weird. So spawn speed and fade speed. I need the fade speed to be down and the spawn speed to be up, but either way, they just doesn't look great. Oh well. We'll still save it. All right, now we need a preset that is, if we go into here and we get these, we're going into WLED now. We're going to go to the we're going to go to the HTTP commands, right? Interface. HTTP request APIs. I love this. This is magic. There's lots of magic to be had here. The one that I want is going to be preset. Control F. We want it to be the next preset in a playlist. No. For example, use PL equal tilde to go to next preset. Okay. That's what we're going to do. PL equals tilde. That's what we want in our preset. So we're going to go then to our preset. We're going to make a new preset. We're going to get rid of use current state. And we're going to put that in there. And then we're going to call this next preset. All right. And we're going to save that. Whoa. So now every time we hit next preset, it will do a different thing. That's fire. That's color winkles, sadly. That's solid. And that's chase rainbow. Great. So next preset, if we go back here, next preset is number 5. Number 5. So now let's go into the configuration. And we'll go to the macros. And we're going to assign something different here. On button number 1, which of course on the QuinLED An-Penta is output number 2. On a double press, we're going to want it to, we're going to use a different button. We could do it on the same button, couldn't we? We could do it here and do 5. All right. And then that way, when I double press it, it should go to the next preset. So we'll save that. Back here. Go here, and then let's see if it goes to the next preset when I double click it. Yep, there's fire now. Haha. And there's sad color winkles. And there's solid. And there's chase rainbow. Beautiful. I still would like it to. So the long press does one thing. Thank you for subscribing, whoever did that. Let's do this. This is number 5. This is actually running 15 beta 7, Robert. Let's do for the last couple subscribers. Oh no. Oh, there it goes. Yes, it is playing. Okay, good. All right. Then the last thing, I want to change it to. I want to go to a different button, and I want to do the button press to be a dimmer. So I'm going to just take, because I only have one button right now to play with. So I'm just going to take this off of button 1, put it on button 2. All right. So we're going to pretend that button 1 is still there doing its button 1 things. Button 2. Oh, what? Oh, button 2 does different stuff by default. Oh my gosh. So if I press button 2, I just tap it. It changes. What did it change? The effect? Yes, traffic light. And then it changes to sweep random. Do you guys see that down there at the bottom? Down here? See that? So this is a single press on button 2, and it changes the effect. I didn't know that was a thing. Look at that. Okay. What if I hold it? Ooh. If I hold it, you see the brightness slider? Okay, so if you hold it, it goes up or down on the main brightness slider, and it is affecting the, is it affecting both? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is, to the point that they're off. Okay, great. So it affects them both. And then double's probably not set to anything in this case. Single press. So on button number 2, single press will change to a random effect and a random palette? No. It's still saying, it is saying random cycle on the palette. Let's go over here. So when I press it once, oh, I know why. It went to random cycle because one of the effects that it chose uses random cycle as the default. So with between the two buttons, that's pretty good. So with the two buttons, critical hit is right. So with one button press, it changes to a different effect. With a hold, it depends what it did last time. If it last time it increased the dimming, then when you hold it, it'll decrease it. So there it was increasing it when I held it. Now I let go, I hold it again, and it will decrease it. Okay, cool. So those are actually some pretty decent default functions. What on earth would it do when it's connected to output number 3? So here I was thinking I needed to like manipulate all this and do a bunch of funky stuff. And other than the next preset thing, I don't think I need to do much. All right, so now we're on this button. We're going to press it. Okay, so button 3 doesn't do anything. Okay. So maybe button 3 would be the button to use instead of the double press on button 1. I think what I would do, I think I'd take this off. So there's nothing on button 1, button 0 double press. And I go down here and put it like here. That way, oops, you didn't see that. So I went into macro and I went down to button 2 and put it on my next preset macro. So now it'll do this next preset, number 5, when I short press anything connected to button 3. Yep, there goes. Color Winkle. Chase Rainbow. Fire. Color Winkle. Okay. But then this one, connected to button 3, long press and double press. Oh, double press does do something. No, it's just what a double press is doing is just 2 short presses in a row. That's what it's doing. Which is weird because it did turn off the analogs. Turn them back on. Maybe one of the presets, the analogs are off. I didn't know that. Yeah, on Color Winkles, looks like the analogs are off. Yeah, they are. That's cool. That's how it should be. Okay. All right, sweet. So what you need is just 3 buttons and then a label that says, okay, on, off, right? And then you could, next preset, or you could just have, you know, because you can set the preset, you could make it so that instead of next preset, it would just do one of the buttons, or would do one preset, right? So say you want a preset for, I don't know, there's a movie time preset and there's a party time preset, or there's a studying preset or something. You just press, you could put a button on each one of those and have it set to that button. Sweet. Okay, I'm happy. That's great. That's great. We'll do this even though we didn't really mess up, just because I like it. And that's it, fellas. How's it going? So anybody else want to talk about anything else? Now's your chance. Ask me some questions. I'm going to put this back on 0 so that I can turn it off and turn it back on again. Yeah, I'm not doing potentiometers. I'm just doing push buttons. And I'm just going to set up a little analog push button thing here on my desk or something with just several of these little analog push buttons. That'll make it easy. And then just label them. All right. Well, I'm sorry that my camera's off. I don't get to look you in the eye. But thank you for being here. Sir Good Enough, what's our, let's see, we have a stream. There is a stream channel. Where is it at? Ooh, events. Notifications, announcements. I don't know where the calendar channel is. I think I've got some settings so it doesn't turn on all of my channels. Christmas Eve, 7 p.m. Ireland time, which is 1 p.m. our time, right? Or my time anyways. I don't know about you guys. Okay, fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, dudes. Thanks for being here. Last thing. So no stream next weekend because I'm working, unfortunately. It's called 12 Streams. Find it here. So I'm working next weekend. So no stream next weekend. And then when we start streaming again, next, is it under general? Create channel. Edit channel. Live stream. Show all. I think I've got something that's not showing all of the channels. Anyways, next year, so starting 2025, my schedule is going to change a little. Sunday streams, let's see, when you be able to tie in the next preset into Home Assistant, get different presets each time it activates? Sure. Sure, I think you could do that. But the presets, yeah. So the button, you mean tie the button in to Home Assistant and have it do the random picking? I don't know. Not 100% on that. Anyways, okay, there it is. So good enough. Thank you for pulling that up. Golly. New to this stuff, you know. Yeah, 12 streams. So wonder why it wasn't under there for me. Okay, so 12 streams. Here they are. Here's the list. Yes. So this is my Sunday stream. And then the next one is going to be Creative on Christmas Eve. Awesome, awesome. So last thing I was saying, next year, 2025, church is in the morning instead of at noon. So we can stream much earlier. I'm thinking noon. You want to do it noon? I think noon is a good time, either 11:30 or noon. I don't know that anybody's going to have a strong preference. So I will try and be set up by 11:30, but by noon at the latest. Okay. And then I'll see how it goes. I don't want to rush home. So it's nicer to be able to come home a little more casually, maybe eat a minute, get things set up for a few minutes, and then start. So I'll probably start at noon next year. Okay. Sorry you missed most of it. We'll watch this one for sure. Thanks, Iowa. So there's two different ones too. There's the first one we did, we were looking at the new Home Assistant voice box. And then the second one, we were looking at the An-Penta-Plus. And in between the two, I knocked the Ethernet cord out of my computer. And so I knocked the Ethernet port out of my computer, and it I had to swap streams. And then it also knocked out my face camera. So we just got the desk camera. But I kind of like the desk camera. Let me know if you guys don't mind the desk camera. We need a few minutes together to fix Nightbot sometimes. All right, let's do it. Maybe let's do it first Sunday at 11:30. Is that good enough? What do you think? Or 11:15 or something like that. Let's do it. I think that's a good time. All right, guys. Hey, as always, thanks for watching. Till next time, adios. Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.